Hi, and welcome to Coffee with Connie. So sit back, get you a cup of coffee, and let's chit chat today. And let's see, Samantha's here. Hi, Samantha. How are you doing today, and what are you currently working on? And for those that don't know, this is a new live spot that I'm doing 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on Thursdays. And I will leave the panel open for today, and sometimes I will have guest stores too. And let me try to put the Restream link in the chat in case anyone wants to jump up on the panel with me. Give me just a minute. Okay, that should do it. And let me try to pin that real quick on my phone if it lets me. Okay, what did I just do? Oops, I'm messing that up. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to pin it. Oh well. But anyway, that's the Restream link if anyone wants to jump up with me. And I also want to welcome those that will be watching on replay. And if you do watch the replay, please leave a comment to let me know. And also feel free to answer any of the questions that we ask in today's live. And I have a list of questions, and they all are coffee related, since this is Coffee with Connie. And for those that don't drink coffee, you could also, like, maybe you drink tea or another beverage, and some of these questions may apply. So you might be able to answer the questions that way too. But anyway, let's see, Samantha, how are you doing today? Um, Today's been kind of hectic. It's like I had to make sure I was up early enough, and I'm not used to going live this early. So I'm gonna have to get used to this, and I just felt totally rushed today. Uh, and the thing is that I was having difficulties with Restream because it's been a while since I've used Restream. So I forgot how to do everything. So that's why I don't have a green screen background today. And I was actually about to have to reschedule the live on StreamYard, even though I didn't want to use up more StreamYard hours. But for a moment there, I thought I was going to have to. And then I finally got my camera to connect. But like I said, I didn't get the green screen today going. So y'all just see the solid green background behind me. Let's see. Samantha says she's doing good. Awesome. And Amanda's here. Hi, Amanda. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? But yeah, it's just kind of been a little hectic on this morning's live, but I'm here, so we're going to get this going. So, is anyone else drinking coffee this morning? I have some Starbucks holiday blend in my cup. I love Starbucks. And let's see. Yeah, it's all raining here today. We're supposed to have bad weather today. Um, the temperature is supposed to start dropping. It'll probably be tonight when the temperature really drops. But it's supposed to rain and it's supposed to be windy. Let's see. Samantha says my scraps blanket and mosaic blanket. Nice. Samantha says she doesn't drink coffee. But some of the questions I asked today, you can also apply it to different drinks. Or like if you're a tea drinker, a lot of these questions could probably apply definitely to tea. And Amanda says diamond painting and 3 whips. Nice. Oh, Crystal's here. Hi, my YouTube bestie. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? And let's see. I want to see something real quick. Okay. Yeah, it lags more on Restream than on YouTube. But yes, if anybody would like to jump on the panel with me, the Restream link is in the chat. I'm going to try to pin it real quick again, but you're going to probably hear a little noise, and I'm going to mute it as quickly as I can. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, there it is. I was trying to pin it from my phone and it wouldn't let me, but so I had to do it on the computer. So it's now pinned. Okay, let's see. Crystal says she's good. She's still working on her aunt's blanket. Awesome. Yeah, I worked on my socks some yesterday. I haven't gotten as far as I would have liked to this week on my socks. I hope I make up for it today, but we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, I finished the decreases for the heel area yesterday, and now it's basically I'm getting into the actual foot of the sock, and then it'll be the toe decreases. So I would have liked to have gotten the first sock completed this week, but I seriously doubt that happens. So, oh, thank you, Samantha. Okay, the first question that I have is, do you drink coffee or what is your beverage of choice? Well, I do drink coffee and I also like other beverages too, but the main other beverage I drink is water. Um, and like I said, I got my coffee in my cup. And let's see, Crystal says, I plan on knitting some more socks soon too, out of the sock yarn Gina sent me. Ooh. So are you going to do another pair of vanilla type socks or are you going to change it up? And Samantha says she's a tea drinker. Nice. And water. And I do drink hot tea too. I like the fruity flavors of tea, like especially peach or peach mango. I love those together. Let's see. I also like the lemon ginger tea. And then I like the chai teas. But chai tea I like to drink with almond milk instead of water. And I also like mint flavored teas. Amanda says, love coffee. I think 1 cup in the morning only. Okay, yeah, 1 cup in the morning only. Funny thing is, that's one of the questions I have on my list is how many cups of coffee you drink a day. But we're going to come back to that question later on, probably in the live. And let's see. Samantha says, and hot chocolate. Yeah, hot chocolate is good too. Crystal says, yep, I drink coffee. Gotta have my coffee in the morning, 2 to 3 cups. I also drink water, 7-Up, Sprite, Mountain Dew, and hot tea every once in a while. Nice. Yeah. Now, I stopped drinking soda like 7 years ago. But yeah, I tend to drink water the most. Had to get another sip of coffee. Okay. So my next question for y'all is, what is your favorite brand of coffee? Which I already basically stated this. Starbucks. I love Starbucks. I don't know. There's something about the taste of Starbucks coffee. It has like this extra bite. Now, my second favorite would be Community Coffee. And Community is Frank's favorite. He loves Community. And like Frank will take his coffee and he'll he'll make it really strong, use a little bit, fill the cup up with milk and sugar. And that's how he likes his coffee. Samantha says Dutch Bros. Nice. And actually, really, I don't think I've ever heard of that brand. Uh-oh, we got a visitor. Say hi, Sophie. Say hi to everybody. Say meow meow. Say I'm attached to mommy pretty much 24/7. Oh yeah, show them how you like your neck rubbed. Oh yeah. Say you're glad to be back home with mommy, huh? You better not sneak out again though. And let's see. Crystal says Folgers, Maxwell House, Community Coffee. Ooh, look, and Crystal's telling you hello. Why don't you meow for her? Oh yeah, she happy. Look, Samantha's saying hi too. See, everyone loves you, Sophie. Tell everyone how you like to purr and make biscuits. You're a biscuit maker, huh? Oh, sorry, girl. And say, look at all this fluff I have. Say, I'm a fluffy girl. That's what I'm hoping, Crystal. Crystal saying she might not want to sneak out anymore after what she's been through. I really hope that's the case. And so far, she hasn't done anything to try to go like really towards the door or the appearance of possibly sneaking out. She's been mostly sitting by me, so or around that chair. So hopefully she don't have any more urges for outside. And another thing too, see, we used to keep that bench by by the front door for her to watch outside because she loved it so much. But we took that stool away from the door, so she can't get out. Well, she can't watch outside from the door like she used to. Let's see, Laura Lee's here. Hi, Laura Lee. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? We haven't gotten her fixed yet, but we really need to get her fixed because we don't want to take any more chances of her sneaking outside. And that's the thing, because it's like, with our cats, we don't let them just go outside. They're indoor cats. But this one's kind of gotten curious with outside and and started sneaking out. Huh. Yeah. Yep, Roberta, Sophie is back. She came back Friday. I think it is the last, yeah, I think it was Friday of last week. Or was it the Friday that before? I'm losing track of time, yeah. I can't keep track of keep track of my days. Crystal said being in the cold, wet rain and sleet and all the scary stuff out there and being hungry, she might not. That's what I'm hoping. And I know she was definitely hungry when she came back. She was like, "I'm hungry. Feed me, feed me." Roberta says, "Oh my, she's probably going to gift me." And the funny thing is, like, we've been looking for signs to see if she's going to be having kittens, and so far we haven't seen any signs. So I'm hoping we lucked out on that. Huh. But if you have kittens, I'm going to sit there and be all like, "Oh, they're so cute." And let's see, Maribel's here. Hi, Maribel. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? And Laura Lee says, "I'm just playing with yarn. I'm afraid you may have a litter on the way. Cats get really sneaky when they want to get out to mate." Yeah, like I said, I am worried about that. And that was one of the first things that I was checking to see, because I even wondered if she could have had kittens while she was gone. And it's like there's no signs, like, you know, of like swollen or redness in that area that usually is the easiest way to tell. Um, and Frank's been kind of feeling on her belly to try to make sure, to see if he feels anything. And like I said, so far we haven't noticed anything. But she may have just became pregnant right before she came home. So, and that will probably take a little longer to see the symptoms. And Crystal says if you get her fixed, it might also make her stay home. Tom stays home more after being fixed. But yeah, we do need to get her fixed soon, because we don't want you sneaking out no more. You worried us, Sophie. Roberta says, to answer your question, I'm making mermaids this morning. Ooh, nice. So, who all has started working on Easter projects? And Samantha says, I like your screen behind you. Actually, this is the actual green screen. I was having issues this morning where I almost had to like reschedule the live and do it from StreamYard, even though I didn't want to use up StreamYard hours. Um, because I could not get my camera to connect. And then I finally was able, a few, like 5 minutes before going live, got it to connect like this without the green screen. Using a green screen and Restream, I'm sorry, yeah, Restream. Using a green screen and Restream is a lot more complicated than it is from StreamYard. StreamYard, it's so easy. And let's see. Roberta says it's hard to give away once they arrive for sure. And that's the thing that I have a hard time with, because I get attached easily, especially kittens. I have such a soft spot for kittens. And let's see, we have Daphne that joined us, another Connie, um, Jeannie, Donna, and Caitlin. How are y'all doing and what are y'all working on? Let's see. Laura Lee says 65-day gestation for kittens. Yeah, I had looked that up to see because I was kind of curious. Because at first, like I was suspicious if she might have had kittens under the house or something. That was one thing I did wonder about. And because I know she was going at least 2 months. So, K Raid, all right. And we do have another Connie in the house. And one thing I do want to point out, I do have the Restream link pinned to the top of the chat in case anyone wants to jump on the panel with me. You getting fussy? She says yes. Oh, I forgot. Hopefully y'all hear me okay. I forgot to put my mic right in front of me. It was more to the side of me. Okay, that's better. I don't know if y'all heard her meow just now. Okay, where was I? Roberta says, made flower pots with flowers yesterday. Ooh, nice. Daphne says she hasn't started, but she's looking at patterns. Yeah, it's starting to make me think about doing some Easter patterns. Wait, baby. Okay, go on the ground. She got fussy. Okay, and let's see. Crystal says that is very true. My cat Oreo had like 6 litters within 2 years, and it was hard to give them up each time. We got them eating horrid food and litter box train, and off they went to new homes. Let's see. Let's see. Christy's here. Hi, Christy. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? And she says, pretty baby, looks like one of mine. Yeah, and Sophie's a big girl too. I think Sophie has some Maine Coon in her. And we also have Mary here. How are you doing today, Mary? And what are you currently working on? And Roberta says, I have fixed all my babies the last decade because I hate to have to give the kittens away. I'd be crazy. The crazy cat lady. Let's see. We also have Deneen and Regina that joined us. How are y'all doing today, and what are y'all currently working on? Daphne says, just listening. I'm not feeling my best at the moment. Hopefully, I'll be able to crochet something later today. I hope you feel better, Daphne. Crystal says, both Tom and Oreo are now fixed. No more having to give up kittens. Got so attached to some, it was very hard. And you know what's funny? Okay, Crystal's cat Oreo is a lot like how Allie is with the temperament, and Tom is lovable like Sophie. And Christy says she's working and lurking. And Donna says, I'm drinking coffee and working on my Apache tear blanket mosaic. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and repeat the first couple of questions that I asked for those that joined in later. So the first question is, do you drink coffee, or what is your beverage of choice? And the second question is, what is your favorite brand of coffee? So I'm curious about everyone's answers. Regina says, working on my cowl and triangle shawl and my temperature blanket and coffee in the cup. Yes, go coffee, go. Let me get a sip while I'm at it. And And let's see. Laura Lee says, I'm thinking of restoring my Bill ponytail hat. I tried it in acrylic, but had to pick up some cotton yarn to try it. And Roberta says, on the food note, I've been experimenting with cheese chips. Nice. So you've been trying to like cook your own chips, or is it just like buying different types of cheese chips? And let's see. Roberta says not allowed coffee, but kids do Folgers. And Laura Lee says coffee all day long, Folgers in my cup, laughing out loud. Yeah, and most of the questions I have today, well, really all the questions I have today are coffee related, but some of these questions can be applied like for other beverages for those that don't drink coffee. Maybe y'all drink tea or maybe something else. But I figured since it's coffee with Connie, I would do some coffee questions for my first, coffee with Connie live. Let's see. Regina says Starbucks, Maxwell House, and Folgers. Yeah, I'm a Starbucks girl. I love Starbucks. Ooh, and that's what I have right now. And let's see. Donna says, I love Folgers coffee. Hazelnut is my favorite. Folgers coffee, I drink a few cups in the morning and ice water the rest of the day. Yep. This is my main beverage of choice, water. And Roberta says, yep, making my own. It's been interesting. That is interesting. I'm curious how you do it. And let's see. Oh, Soxy Nana Alice is here. Hi, Alice. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? And she says, any brand coffee with hazelnut creamer. And Daphne says, I prefer tea, but if I drink coffee, it's Folgers. I like Bigelow's tea. Hope I spelled it right. I think you did. I think you did get the spelling right for Bigelow tea. And let's see. Daphne says Folgers. Christy says, I like Mac Cafe Mocha. Ooh, I love mocha. Ooh. And Roberta says, oh, I drink coffee. Laughing out loud. I just been cut off by doctor. He said I was a stroke waiting to happen. Oh, no. So what about decaf coffee? Can you have that? I know it still has a little caffeine. Or is it just a case decaf's not the same? Okay. So the next question I have is, what is your favorite type or flavor of coffee creamer? I love a lot of coffee creamers. Oops, my stuff is sliding. Oops, let me move the phone. Sorry about that. Okay, I love lots of different coffee creamers. Like I find French vanilla tends to go best with like different flavors of coffee. It just all depends. I love the holiday blend, the holiday creamers. Like whenever I have pumpkin spice coffee, I like the pumpkin spice coffee creamer. Um, I also like the peppermint mocha. Like if you get like the same type thing, the peppermint mocha coffee with the peppermint mocha creamer. Yum yum yum. And I also, I tend to like the caramel flavors, mocha flavors. Let's see. At one time, they used to have the eggnog coffee creamer for the holidays, but they stopped putting that out. And then there was the coconut cream, but I haven't seen that one around anymore. I think that one was Coffee Mate that had that one. And let's see. Roberta says, I have a grill and it's just cheese. I'm experimenting with mixes and things like everything bagel topping. Ooh, that everything bagel topping is good. I usually make my own and make it without salt. But yeah, I would do like the 2 ingredient bagels and stuff like that. The 2 ingredient dough bagels, that is, and put that on top. Ooh, and I've also seen recipes like I think with like battered chicken where you can use the everything bagel topping too on it. I take it Roberta does not care for decaf. And let's see. Alice says heading to doctor in a bit, but came to say hi first. Been missing the lives, but binging on all the reruns. Well, I hope everything goes well with the doctor. But thank you for popping in today. And Christy says Southern pecan or mocha. Yeah, Southern pecan is good too. And I love like mocha flavors. Donna says, I don't put cream or milk or sugar in my coffee. I just drink it black. And that was one question that Frank was telling me that I should ask, but I didn't put it on my list. How many of y'all have tried black coffee? Just no cream or no sugar. Um, I think I did at one point, but I think I had. Well, I think I still used stevia in it or almond milk. It was close to black, but not completely. And let's see. Daphne says French vanilla caramel. And Roberta says, me too, maybe why it raised my blood pressure. Laura Lee says, no creamer, just black. Alice says, we love sweet coffee. Regina says, I used to be addicted to the coffee flavors, but I wean myself off, so now I usually just drink almond milk or the powdered creamer. You know, that's one thing. If I could have gotten my green screen to work today, I should have done like a coffee type background. That would have been cute. I may I may do that next week, like for this live spot, finding like coffee green screens. Sorry about that. My allergies are bad today. I think it's with this weather because it's like it's been raining and it's been windy. And let's see. Regina says, but I did like the pumpkin spice peppermint almond joy and Irish cream. Crystal says hazelnut, almond joy, peppermint mocha. Original, mostly hazelnut though. Yeah, and I really, for the most part, the only coffee creamer that I've ever tried that I did not like was the Fruity Pebbles one. And like for some reason, like Frank got that coffee creamer for me, and it's like I tried it and it was horrible. I didn't like it. I don't know. To me, I like fruity coffee creamers just don't typically go, in my opinion. But I'm sure there's people out there that do like it. Okay, Samantha's back. Awesome. Crystal says, like you are drinking coffee flavored water, laughing out loud. Okay, Daphne has to go. I hope you have a good day, Daphne. A fabulous day. Okay, Samantha, the question is what is your favorite type or flavor of coffee creamer? Okay, yeah. What is your favorite type or flavor of coffee creamer? Oh, Melissa's here. Hi, Melissa. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? And Samantha says, caramel creamer. And Melissa says Italian sweet cream. Okay. And you know one thing that I am wanting to do soon. I do want to do another pet video coming up pretty soon. So I'm probably going to be looking at my calendar and trying to set a date to do another pet video. I'll probably, like, when I set the date, I'll probably give about 2 weeks for people to send pictures for that video, because it has been a while, and I don't know, I love seeing everyone's pets. And let's see. Oops. Deneen says, I like carnations. Double double. And Melissa says, I'm working on a tutorial, taking a break. Enjoy your break. Yeah, and one thing too, like, when it comes to Restream, I'm not as comfortable using Restream as, I mean, yeah, Restream as I am StreamYard. So just kind of bear with me. That's where I wish StreamYard gave more hours than what it did. I don't know. I just find it's more user friendly. But from what I understand with Restream, you can do a lot more with like graphics and stuff with. So if you're like really into that type of thing, Restream is awesome for. Okay. Denise says it was Coffee Mate double double. And let's see, everyone's saying hello. Samantha says she's working on a scrap blanket for the next finished projects video in March. Awesome. Yeah, my next finished projects video will be March 15th. Now sometimes I am a day or two late putting the videos out, but it should be within a few days of the 15th of each month. And Roberta says, I was just getting ready to pop off to finish my tutorial. And let's see. Roberta said, had to take a break and make more cheese chips. Son-in-law ate all mine. Oh, another thing that I want to remind everybody about, most of y'all probably already know that I'm doing a perk for those that don't make donations to my channel. And the way that you can get entries to possibly win a prize, I'm about to get into that in just a second. But like, this started on February 1st, and they'll end the last day of March, and I will pick the winner on April 1st. But the ways to get entries, or you can either do a super chat or a super sticker on my lives. And now, one thing I do want to mention, like today, I can't play my super chat video because it's on StreamYard and I don't have it on Restream. Um, but that's one way. Then you could also do a donation via PayPal or buy me a coffee. And each time you do one of those three, each time is one entry. And then so you can get multiple entries via those three ways. Then the next way is to be a member of my channel or to become a member of my channel. And channel memberships get you one entry. The last way is to donate a prize to my birthday bash live giveaway, which will be on February 27th, which is a Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And those that donate a prize will get one entry. So that's the way to get entries for that perk. And let's see. Oh, Roberta, that's perfectly fine. And I should have stated this. This is only if you can and you want to. But I totally get that not everyone can afford to do so. and I don't want anyone to feel like they have to or anything. And let's see, where was I? Melissa saying, cheese chips. Melissa's going to have to go over to Roberta's. And Laura Lee says, found some pretty pink cotton to make the hat. Just rolling it in a ball now. Ooh. I want to see all y'all projects. That's why I get so happy when y'all send the pictures, because I can see y'all projects. And Laura Lee says, I have had to tighten my budget here lately as the price of things are going up. It's either that or be colder than I am now. And I totally get that, because I know everything's going up in prices. And I mean, like I know, like, me and Frank struggle, to make ends meet. So I totally get, people not being able to afford things. And Roberta said, these cheese chips are my newest obsession. It sounds like it. Roberta says, I haven't posted anything lately. Crystal saying, everything's getting more pricey every day. It's so true. I mean, it's ridiculous how much the prices have gone up. Melissa says, they sound yummy. What are the cheese chips? I'm interested. Okay, the next question I have for y'all is, how do you take your coffee? And I know some of you have already kind of answered that with answering the other questions, but me, I take my coffee where I put usually two packs of stevia, or if I have the one in the bag, then I'll take a tablespoon of stevia, and then I'll use a couple of tablespoons of coffee creamer. I think it's usually 3 tablespoons of coffee creamer I use. I love coffee creamer, and then I love it with Starbucks coffee. Laura Lee says, I worry about when my yarn stash runs out. I may have to try to sell it just to get more yarn. Yeah, it's crazy how the everything with the prices. The gas is so expensive. Um, Groceries have gone up. And it's not like it just goes up like a little bit. Like something that cost $1 is now like $2. And it's just like, you're doubling the price. Roberta says they are crispy discs of healthy fatty goodness, no carbs. And Melissa says my coffee has my Italian sweet cream only. Crystal says three level tablespoons of sugar and creamer for 1 cup. Yeah, Frank likes his. He used to make it like really like. Well, he likes it strong, but like whenever like I first met him, he would fill the grinds up to the top like in a regular coffee pot, and he would make like a cup of yeah, a pot of coffee. But the thing was, he would only use like that much coffee. He did not use much coffee. It was mostly milk because he drinks more coffee milk. And then he put sugar in it. And I got to the point where I was like, well, why don't you just like cut the grinds like in half, or a fourth of the grinds, and then adjust the water accordingly. And then I finally got him to start doing that, because I mean, it was like he went through coffee so fast. Let's see. Oh, Roberta says, mine seem to make babies. I just keep finding more yarn. And Laura Lee says, I take it happily. I have adult HDD and it keeps me from bussing around and getting nothing done. Yarn is really going up now too, sigh. And I've noticed that too. Like the big twist yarn. Whenever I first started like, discovering big twist, it was like I think it was normally like around $2 full, and that was like full price because it was cheaper than Red Horde. And that was another thing that appealed to me. Then now the regular price is like 3 something. It's like you got to catch it on sale now. And it's just like things need to stop going up in price. Let's see. We have Kim that joined us, Jamie, and Crystal with Ricola's Crochet Corner. How are y'all ladies doing today? And what are y'all currently working on? And the question that I recently asked was, how do you take your coffee? And let's see. Regina says, I like to know the cow's been in my coffee laughing out loud, so I like the milk. That's cute. And everyone's saying hello. Jamie's watching the ads. Oops, I clicked the wrong comment. Roberta says, I know if you catch it on sale, it's back to regular price. Exactly. And like the cheapest was around Black Friday. I think it was like right under $2. But I'm like, now the big twist is so expensive. And let's see. Crystal says, not doing anything. I put sugar and milk in my coffee. Nice. Okay. My next Java question for y'all is, do you do French press? I don't do French press, but at one point Frank was doing French press. We had bought a French press, but it broke. But yeah, he liked his coffee like really, really strong. And I think that's also why he started getting chest pains too at one time. And let's see. Donna says, I will see you later. I hope you have an awesome day. You have a good day too, Donna. Okay, and let's see. Ashley's here. Hi, Ashley. How are y'all? Oh, how are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? Kim's not working on anything, but I am starting the Luck Dragon today from Never Ending Story. Nice. And Kim, how have you been feeling now? I hope everything's okay now with your health. And Crystal from Ricola's Crochet says, my hubby loves the press, but she hates it. And Melissa says, I love my French press. So yummy. Don't use it as often. And let's see. Laura Lee says, my daughter-in-law does that. Half coffee and half creamer. She says she likes her strong. And I say, no, you don't. You dilute it with expensive creamer. Really, that is true. With how Frank adds the milk, he's just diluting the coffee. Roberta says, I learned to drink black coffee when I was working in a nursing home. We had a patient that would eat the cream and sugar by spoonfuls. Wow. Okay, Melissa's got to go. You have a good day, Melissa. Make that a fabulous day. And let's see. Crystal says, over here, we never buy yarn at full price. We always wait for the sales. Yeah, I think the next time I'll order yarn, I'm going to wait for sales. And I'll probably go to Crystal to find out if there's any codes or special deals that I need to know about too. Crystal always seems to know those things. Jamie says, my roommate does too. I tweak it if I drink it black. And Ashley's currently at work. And Laura Lee says, I tried a French press, but it doesn't really work if you drink it all day. And Roberta says, I have a French press and a pour over. A lot of work to just watch others drink it. And let's see. Crystal says, I have used a French press and love it, but takes too long for me. Roberta says someday she's going to do the Luck Dragon. Not enough concentration these days. And Kim saying, I'm way better. Everything is good. My heart echocardiograms came back that I'm all good now. So it's a go ahead for transplant. Just waiting now. That's awesome. I'm glad that I'm glad that it didn't affect you getting your transplant. And Jamie says, my local Ollie's has loops and threads for $1.99. I wish that like we had an Ollie's in my area. And really, I wish we had like a Joann's, Michael's, or Hobby Lobby, at least one yarn store. All we have is Walmart. Okay, you have a good day, Mary. Make that a fabulous day. Roberta says she hasn't bought yarn in 2 years. Regina says, I usually use it in the summertime. I usually fill it up in that way. I can take it outside and sit on my porch, enjoy the peace and quiet. And Crystal saying, sign up to the yarn company's email list. Hirschner's, Mary Maxim, Hobie, Premier, they will all send emails of sales going on. But like Laura Lee saying, but the sales now are getting close to the old regular prices. Yeah. Kim says she wishes she had a Hobby Lobby. I know, especially when they have their clearance sales. And the thing is that like I don't know how the Hobby Lobby is in Lafayette with their clearance. So it's like you don't kind of like you really don't want to drive like an hour, almost an hour out of town, and they don't really have much. So I wish like I could find a way to find feedback on how the sale is in Lafayette. Okay, Ashley has to go. You have a fabulous day, Ashley. Laura Lee says, I don't even have a close Walmart. My purchases are online. Oh, I feel for you. Because really the main store really in my town is Walmart. I mean, we have a couple of smaller like grocery stores and like Dollar General, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. And Dollar Tree, we've only had um I'd say we got our Dollar Tree within the last 10 years. But yeah, and then like restaurants is basically either fast food and a few mom and pop restaurants. And Roberta says, you have the internet, you have a yarn store in your house. And Crystal saying, no Ollie's here. We have a Hobby Lobby in our town, but Michael's is 30 to 40 minutes away. Joann's is an hour away. Yeah. Now, like if you go to Lafayette, like they have like they have pretty much everything. Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, but that's like 45 minutes to an hour away. And Roberta saying, some will text you. I get them from Patton's and then I dream. Yeah. I know when I look at yarn, I'm just like, ooh, I'm drooling over it. Or I get like the catalogs in the mail, and I'm just like, ooh, I want this, I want this, I want that. Especially when it's sparkly or cake yarns and Jamie says, though it helps to see and touch it, it's got to speak to you. Yeah, it's like, buy me, buy me. Roberta says, I can't go to Hobby Lobby. I get panic attacks there. Aw. Exactly, Roberta. And Dollar Tree isn't a dollar anymore. Yep. Uh-oh, she's back. Don't knock my stuff over, cat. Come see, baby. It's okay. Say hi again. Sophie's back again. And let's see. Laura Lee says, by the time I hear of our nearest Hobby Lobby having one of those great clearance sales and finding a ride to town, the yarn's gone. And that's what worries me. That like I'd go and like the yarn's already gone, or my the one in Lafayette doesn't do much for clearance in general. Jamie's saying I can make a yarn store in my area. Okay, Roberta, you have a fabulous day. Kim says here in Canada, Ontario, we have Michael's, Walmart, and Fabricland. And Roberta says, I take the catalogs to the bath so I get alone time with yarn. That's a good one. Oh, look. Kim's telling you hi, Sophie. Laura Lee says she's ready for another nap. Yeah, she likes sleeping on me. Yeah, say hi to everyone. Okay, let's see. Next question. Do you grind your own coffee beans? We have before, but we haven't used our coffee grinder in a while. Um, but there was a little while where we did, especially when Frank was using the coffee press. He liked having the whole beans and then grinding them and then using it for that. Um, and I even used it for my coffee sometimes, but it's more work. It's just easier to buy it already grounded. Yeah, already grounded. Ooh, yeah, you're a big girl, huh? Take over the mic. Let them hear you purr. Purr for everybody. Really, I'm shocked she's not purring. So, do y'all grind y'all own coffee, or have y'all ever done so? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm going to get me another sip of coffee. And my coffee's cold too. Let's see. Tell everybody you had an adventure while you were missing. You probably met other cats. You explored. No telling what all you got into. You played in ditches. I know you did that. Kim says, no, I go to Tim Hortons and buy mine. And Crystal says, I have had to take the bag of whole beans to the store and grind them there. Yeah, one time we accidentally bought, before we had a grinder, We actually accidentally bought the whole beans. So we ended up having to go into Walmart and ask, can we use the grinder? And they said okay. But I was like all worried somebody would tell us something. But and another thing too, like I tend to like the flavored coffees, and you don't find those in whole bean that much. It's usually like the more the regular roasted coffees that you find the beans for. Oh yeah. Let everybody know that you own them and that you own me especially. Oh yeah, you like that, huh? Cats love being rubbed right here. Oh yeah, the motor's starting to go too. Oh yeah, you a sweet girl, huh? Okay, let's see. Regina says sometimes I do grind my coffee, but I just got to use the K cups the other day. I actually pulled out my regular coffee pot and made a pot of coffee. Awesome. Yeah. Lately we've been using the K cups, but we do have a regular coffee pot too. But the one thing I don't like about like the one that makes a single cup of coffee, because you can also use regular coffee in that one too. Um but the one thing I don't like, if you use like the regular coffee grinds, not the K cups in it, um like it tended to always make a mess with the grinds at the top. So Frank found a little trick where if you lay a coffee filter on top, it tends not to do that. Okay, you want me to go on to the next question? Huh? Yeah. Let's see. What is the next question on my list? Okay. Do you prefer to home brew your coffee or buy from a coffee shop? Which a lot of times, like I typically brew from home because it's cheaper, but I do love like going to like a coffee shop and getting coffee, like especially like the specialty flavors. Um, but yeah, but but when you do that, that adds up quick. That gets really expensive. So it's more cost effective to brew from home. But let me know which one you prefer. Laura Lee says we don't have a coffee shop. We actually we have what's called Cafe Mosaic, which is a coffee shop. And then we technically do have a Starbucks, but I tend to forget about it because it's on the college campus, LSUE. They have one on their campus. But like you don't have to be a student to go to the Starbucks there. And let's see. Kim says definitely coffee shop for me. Yeah. But like Cafe Mosaic, they have like all these like different combinations of flavors you can get. And I got a hair. I can't find it. Sorry about that. And let's see. Kim says, but I have started to buy instant Tim Hortons coffee that I can buy from Canadian Tire here in Canada. Oh, Christy's here. Hi, Christy. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? And do you have some coffee in your cup? tell everybody you like water. And if mommy has a cup, you always try to sneak in mommy's cup of water. Mm-hmm. Laura Lee says, I went to Starbucks in Sun Valley once. I can buy a whole can of coffee for what one cup costs. And that really is true because they are so expensive now. I mean, they've always been more, you know, but now you sit there and you see like menu prices and you're just like, this is crazy. I mean, I remember like when you could get like go to like McDonald's and get a combo for $3. I mean, it's just like I wish prices would go back down. And the other bad thing too, like because a lot of people think like raising minimum wage is the answer, but it's not. Because what happens is businesses have to pay more money, so they're going to get that money back. So then they start raising prices again. And usually then it ends up being more than just the difference. So you're not coming out ahead like that. And then people that make more than minimum wage, they don't make extra. Like if you know say you're making $9 an hour and minimum wage goes up to $8. Well, that person at $9 an hour, they're not getting a raise, so they're going to hurt more. And really I think like even though it would still raise prices, but if you're going to do it, you also got to include people that are making more than minimum wage or those that are on salary. They should get a raise too. And let's see, Christy says, I've already had my coffee and I made a little video to show my whip and FOs, waiting on the bus to take me to get my new hearing aids. Glad I could I'm getting tongue tied. Glad I could catch some of your live. Oh, I'm glad you made it too. And Jamie's like, yes, I agree. And Laura Lee says, you notice when the gas prices went down, nothing else did. And I remember at one point, if you were paying more than $1 a gallon for gas, you were paying too much. I remember those days. Her fur, sorry, y'all. Her fur gets like she sheds. Like I know I have cat hair all over my shirt. Okay, so next question on my list. Hold up a minute. Okay, what is your favorite coffee shop? And I would probably have to go with Starbucks. And I also like I said, we have a Cafe Mosaic. And like one thing I really like about Cafe Mosaic, it's more cozy in there. Um, and you have like a nice little area outside too that you can sit. Where I know you can sit outside too at Starbucks, but I don't know. It's just the scenery's different. Laura Lee says the kitchen. That's a good one. Favorite coffee shop, the kitchen. That's the most cost efficient coffee shop. Let's see. And then I'm curious, like how many of y'all have like Dunkin' Donuts? We don't have Dunkin' Donuts in our area. Um, I'm trying to think of some of the other coffee shops, like the name brand ones. I basically just know Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. Christy says I paid $1.82 a gallon in November of 2021. Well, we're not going to get into the politics behind that. I try to keep politics off of my channel. because that can get so controversial. So, and I see too many times where, if you have a difference of opinion as someone else on that subject, people will just up and stop talking to people because of it. And I don't like seeing stuff like that. I want everyone to get along and have a good time and be friendly. And Jamie says, we have a very nice coffee shop in downtown Gorland called Rosalind's. It's very good. Ooh, coffee. But yeah, but I do want to let everybody know too that if y'all ever want to come live with me on a Thursday morning live, I do them at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And if you want to be a guest star, you will need to use Restream, because that's what I'm using for my Thursday lives. But it's basically just like setting up an email account. And if you have a StreamYard account, it's really not that much different to set a Restream account up. And also, when I don't have guest stars, then I will have the panel open for anyone that wants to jump up on the panel. And and really, if someone wants to jump up, we got about 20 more minutes that I'll be live. If y'all want to jump up on the panel, go ahead. I'll put the link again in the chat for y'all. Let me copy it. That's right here. That's the Restream link in case anyone does want to jump up. Okay. My next question for y'all. You know what? I think I'm going to kind of skip down to a question um further down on my list. What is your favorite coffee cup? And I know y'all can't show me as much as I wish that y'all could, but if y'all could describe your favorite coffee cup, this is one of my favorites. It's my Connie mug, and it says Connie. I can't hardly. I'm having trouble seeing. It's darker than usual because of the weather, and it says unchanging loyalty. The Lord preserves the faithful. Psalms 31:23. And on the other side, it says, a worthy woman's strength and dignity are her clothing, and she smiles at the future. Proverbs 30, I think that's 31. Like I said, I'm having trouble seeing. I so need to go get me some glasses. But yeah, like I said, that's one of my. And I used to have this beautiful, and I like, and what aggravates me is like this is one that like I spent like $25 on for this tumbler, this coffee tumbler, and it was like dark blue with flowers on it, and it had like "Be Still," and I don't know what happened to the cup. I've looked and looked everywhere, could not find it. I must have left it somewhere. And the place that I thought was most likely that I left it, I even called and they didn't, see any signs of my cup. But I love that one. And that one was really good, like, like to help keep things warmer longer because it was insulated. Let's see, Sandy's here. Hi, Sandy. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? Jamie says hers is a good old blue mug. I just like the size and weight. And Sandy, if you didn't hear the question that I asked, I'm asking to describe your favorite coffee mug. And let's see. I know I have some others that are my favorite, but I'm trying to think. I like pretty much anything like cutesy with coffee mugs. I now that I think about it, I used to have this Diva coffee mug, and I loved it. And unfortunately, it was in the dish drain. And I had kind of been playing dish Jenga where I kind of had the dish drain overfilled. Who else is guilty of doing that? Well, evidently something happened that caused it to to out of the dish drain, and it broke. I was so upset. And I have never been able to find really a replacement. I have looked online, but the ones online are like really expensive. But I've never seen one like any in any of the stores or where I originally bought it from. Sandy says there is a land that is entitled. I wonder where that went. The land full of all the things we have no idea where they disappeared to. And Sandy says Tinkerbell, a huge mug with Tinkerbell on both sides. I use it every day. And Laura Lee says mine is an insulated mug that starts with Y. I had it for many years now. It's all I use. Nice. And Roberta's back. Yay! I had just asked Roberta to describe your favorite coffee cup or mug or tumbler. But yeah, I like cutesy coffee mugs. Let me get some water too. Roberta says we just say the borrowers took it. And let's see. Laura Lee says I do have a mug with the picture of my first great grandbaby. I don't use it, but I see it every day. Oh, that's so sweet. Let's see. But yeah, I always love seeing like cute coffee mugs. That's why I said I wish that like we could show like y'all could show pictures of y'all favorite coffee mugs and stuff like that. Okay. I guess I'll move on to the next question. Let me find. You know what's funny? I thought I was skipping, and the next question actually was to describe your favorite coffee cup. Okay, so my next question is how many cups of coffee do you drink a day? When I drink coffee, it's usually 1 cup. Sometimes I will drink a second cup, but it's not that often anymore. I have a harder time handling drinking coffee than what I used to. So let's see. Roberta says, I want the one that Barbara from Therapy that says, don't get your tinsel in a twist. Yeah, that is cute. Yeah, I love me some Barbara too. Sandy says, that's a great explanation. I remember the borrowers. I was always enchanted by that idea. Crystal's back. Yay! She says Mama was leaving, was making sure Tom stayed out from under the car. Aw, Tom. And let's see. Jamie says on average 2 large cups, but sometimes more. Roberta says sadly none anymore. I'm still whining about not getting any coffee. Aw. Yeah, I know at one point, like my allergist made all these recommendations. Like he wanted me to avoid dairy, avoid eggs, avoid wheat, and avoid corn. And then he also had a list of things that I shouldn't have often. And one of them was caffeine. So I tried switching to decaf for a while. That didn't last. And like another thing on the list too was like citrus fruits. And I'm like, I love me some citrus fruit too much. But like I said, I did it for a little while, but it was just too restricting. Laura Lee says too many. Gabby's here. Hi, Gabby. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? Crystal says 2 to 3 cups a day. I have a tortoise cup. It's my favorite, but when I use it, I only fill it halfway because it's so big. Then I have one I got from Debbie from Alaska and a few other cups. Oops. I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry, y'all. And Christy says, you can't even talk to me until I have my first cup of joe. I drink one very strong cup a day. And let's see, Miguel's here. Hi, Miguel. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? He's saying, I'm getting a few errands done. It's windy and very cold here. I'll be driving, so can only listen. Yeah, the temperature here is supposed to drop probably tonight. I know the low today is supposed to be in the 30s, and like it's been windy. We're supposed to get rain. And let's see. Roberta says, no, doctor put me on no caffeine, said my blood pressure was out of this world. I was a walking stroke. Yeah. I hope you get your blood pressure to go down. And Christy says she takes, however you say that, from high blood pressure. Yeah, I'm on high blood pressure medicine too. And Roberta says, I was a cranky somebody for a few weeks. Gabby says, we are having rain and storms all day today. And really, I think a lot of areas are getting affected by like this windstorm or whatever. I know like some areas are supposed to, I think, get snow. But I know like last night, Robin with roaming with Rover was live with me, and like she was in an RV, and you could see like the RV shaking. I'm just like, oh, I'd be scared. So hopefully everything went well last night, and they didn't have any issues. Okay. Roberta says, thanks, Connie. I had a cup last week and it was not pretty. Okay, so probably this will probably be the last question. We might have time for one more after this one. We'll see. Do you like other foods or drinks when they are coffee flavored? If so, which ones? Um, like coffee cake is really good. Another thing too, you could cook a roast with coffee. And there was a recipe I did that one time. Um and of course, like, I tend to like the frappuccinos and stuff like that, which is more of a blended coffee, more of a dessert drink. I'm trying to think of some other stuff, but that's all that's coming to mind offhand. Um, Christy says, I'm not giving up my coffee. Years ago, my husband switched out my coffee to non caffeinated and didn't tell me. I felt like I was in a fog and everything was in slow mode. Oh, he was being sneaky. And Laura Lee says, we finally made it into the 30s. Next week it's supposed to go below zero again. Ooh, that's cold. Yeah, let me pull up the weather to see. Yeah, the high today is supposed to be 74, and the low is 35. And At around 2 p.m., we have a 74% chance of rain. And okay, the wind, I think the highest for the wind is 19 miles per hour. So our wind isn't that bad. But I know like yesterday I went outside and it was windy. I was like, what's with all this wind? Roberta says, I've done that. It helps to tenderize it, the roast. Yeah. And Christy says, I had a boyfriend that nicknamed me Bear because I was so snarky until I had my morning coffee. A minute. Okay. I thought it had clicked on like a later comment. Okay. Let's see. Like I said, I'm not as comfortable using Restream. And the comments are like when you put the comments up, it just it feels different. And I find it takes longer for them to show on the screen too. Okay, Laura Lee says I like the coffee nibs. Never heard of that. And Crystal says I cannot go without coffee. My body is so used to the amount I drink. I would probably have withdrawals. Been drinking coffee every day since I was 16. And she says she gets grouchy big time if I don't have coffee in the morning. Yeah. Christy says she gets caffeine withdrawal, headaches are horrible. Yeah. If you stop drinking coffee, even soda, a lot of times you'll get headaches initially. Crystal says I like cold coffee drinks, coffee flavored Werthers. Roberta says around here no one talks till that first coffee. You just can't take anything said before to heart. Laura Lee says we're at 8 now. It's supposed to go to 31. And Christy says, I see you have a green screen behind you. I did that too, but I don't know how to use it. Well, I always use a green screen on my lives, but normally I have a background picture up on the green screen, and I was trying to do that today, and I don't know, I had like all sorts of issues before going live this morning because I started playing around with it at like 8:30, and I actually thought I was gonna have to reschedule the live on StreamYard, even though I really didn't want to use more StreamYard hours because like I have my birthday bash on the 27th, and I have a feeling that's probably going to be about a 3-hour live. So I want to make sure I have enough hours, and so I'm doing the Thursdays on Restream. And it's been a while since I've used Restream, so I kind of forgot how what to do. And it's a lot more complicated to use a green screen in Restream. You got to use like OBS Studio, and at first it kept like because of OBS, it kept saying that the camera was already in use. So I couldn't even get my camera to pull up at first. And then finally, I clicked on something and I was able to get it like this. And I'm like, well, this is better than nothing. And this was like 5 minutes before going live. So I'm going to have to play around with it for next week. And try to find the tutorial I used the last time that showed me how to do everything. Um, but yeah, that's what happened today. And I don't like when I have it scheduled, I really don't like having to close that one out and start a new one because I worry it'll confuse people that they'll come to, like they may see the post like on my Facebook group or something and click on the link from there and then the live's not there where they may not realize I started a new one. But if like you see the live disappear, always check to see if I have a new one started because more than likely there was probably some type of technical difficulty. Because I even had to do that last night. I had to start a new one because when I scheduled the live, initially it kind of like froze like where it didn't seem like it took. So then I went to schedule the live again, and then I see that there's two on YouTube, and I accidentally deleted the wrong one. So I couldn't use the one I had, so I had to completely reschedule it. I've been having all sorts of technical issues the last couple of days. Crystal says her too, her family knows not to talk until after her first cup. And Christy says, I use a little old coffee to make red eye gravy. Ooh, gravy. And Roberta says, I still have a bit of a headache, and it's been since before Christmas. Ooh, that's really lingering. See, normally I find like the first week I give up, give up like stuff like that. Usually after the first week, the headache goes away. And Laura Lee says, my PJ say coffee first. And Roberta says, mine says coffee fixes everything. Crystal says she has a shirt that says no coffee, no worky. Christy says I was trying to do that with my last video. And Roberta says even sodas are raising the blood pressure. Yeah, and I gave up soda about 7 years ago. And the funny thing is, like in the past, I would give it up. And for some reason, I would decide to drink it again, and it would taste horrible. But that one sip draws you back in. So whenever I gave it up 7 years ago, I will not drink a sip of it because I know that one sip I'll be back drinking it. And let's see. Gabby says mine says no talkie before coffee. I have this shirt, which don't currently fit me right now, but it has like a woman cannot survive on coffee alone. She also needs cats. I think this one's cats because I know I have one shirt that's a knitting shirt. At least I think I do. I know I always drool over them, but I think I have one that has to do with knitting too. Chrissy says, I didn't know you had to pay for StreamYard. Well, the thing with StreamYard is you get 20 hours free a month and it resets every month. But if you go over 20 hours, if if you want more hours, you have to pay $20 a month. And even if you only need 1 or 2 extra hours, it's still $20 a month. And to me, I'm sorry, I'm not paying $20 a month just to have extra streaming hours when I can use like Restream. And Restream is actually unlimited, but I do prefer StreamYard. Um, and really, you can even go live from YouTube. But I did Restream in case like somebody would jump on the panel with me, or I get a guest star. But like I said, you do need a Restream account for that. Okay, I'm all caught up in the chat, and we're past an hour and a half now. So I guess it's time to wrap things up. Let's see. Tomorrow's Friday. So that's Knitting Friday should come out tomorrow. And then Saturday, I go live at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And Jeanette with Mrs. Hootie Hootinen Crafts will be my guest star. Then Sunday, the Five Yarnaholics will be going live at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday. And this will be over at Stephanie with Life and Stitches channel. So I hope y'all can make it to that live. And I think that should pretty much cover. Oh yeah, don't forget, get your snow pictures into me um by the end of day, February 27th. So I can have them in time to make my snow video on the 28th. Um, and yeah, I think that covers everything. So if you're not already subscribed to me, please subscribe to my channel. Please give this live a thumbs up. And please share this live or my other videos on your social media platforms. And I hope everyone is having a fabulous Uni day. Be the light and bye.